you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and
Hello there. Welcome to the Flashing Bloke podcast. I'm Siobhan. I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. Let's meet the plucky girl assistants. And I must say they're looking very plucky this evening. It's a very impressive pluckiness. First of all, just over there, hello. It's Dr. Sinister.
Where?
There.
He's like over there to you, to me. Like
Right.
Where?
There.
Oh.
Okay. Then we have the Brian. Hello.
Hello.
Just quickly
And then
checking
a
in here.
Petri dish, late one night, they took a donor's cell and fertilized a human egg. And
that's how it happens generally.
What? What?
in answer to your quote from earlier when you started,
Yeah.
think we're a clone now.
Oh, Jesus. It's gonna be bad tonight.
I was waiting for that.
Are you still American, by the way?
Yes. We have our annual celebration of drunkenness and explosives tonight.
Oh, bless you.
Ours is tomorrow.
Can't
Yeah.
see that possibly.
Well, it's
going
tomorrow,
on.
but they celebrate it tonight because it's
Oh.
dark, and that's when you can see the explosives better.
And it's the weekend, right? Yep.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Anyway,
You should have done your independence in December. Then you'd have much longer darkness to fuck around with fireworks. It would have
You
been
would think-
brilliant.
Yeah, but we couldn't wear
We were
shorts.
smart.
And nobody
Couldn't
would go
wear what?
outside. We couldn't
Yeah.
wear
Sure.
shorts, and nobody would go outside. There'd be no barbecues. It's
What
Yeah,
about
really,
Florida?
Yeah.
fuck
well,
Florida.
what about
Florida,
Florida?
we may not let Florida remain in the union at this rate. Yeah.
Oh,
Florida is its own separate thing, and
I know.
it can have
Yeah.
all of it.
Actually, if the Supreme Court has its way, we may not have a union much longer. So we'll just see how things wash out.
Anyway, also, we've got the area over there that never blinks and roams around the woods at night foraging for wolves. It's Spanky.
Rather successfully.
Yeah. If you would like to describe the area known as Spanky, please do feel free to write in. The best ones will be read out. We won't get a single one.
We love if you use
absolutely
adjectives
don't.
and lots of assonants.
Please address them on the back of Hostess fruit pies so that we have a snack to go with this.
You're still
on Twinkie
determined on
wrappers.
this, aren't you?
Build Twinkie
I
wrappers
just want some
yeah.
Hostess fruit pies. That's
Yeah, all right, okay.
all there is to it.
Spider-Man
Musketeer
used
bar.
to... Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, but
Do I have to
Spider-Man
become a
didn't-
super villain in order to get the
have
Hostess fruit pies? I will. I will become
Actually,
that.
that reminds me.
Spider-Man totally
I
used to work
don't
at
know if
Hostess
you've had
Supply.
a similar set of adverts for Snickers in the States, but we've had some over here where you have somebody, normally a celebrity, ranting and raving, and then they're given a Snickers bar. And
Bob,
they
you're
can't-
not human. You don't have
yeah,
Yeah.
you do get
Yeah.
that. I've just
We had those,
realised
yeah.
that's essentially what the old Twinkies comic book ads were. You know, Dr. Octopus is on the rampage, so Spider-Man gives him Twinkies, and it's...
Boom, and he turns back
Wow.
into your buddy Bob or something, right?
I love the one with Betty White on the rampage. That was awesome.
That was a good
Are
one.
are you saying if we extrapolate this as we must,
Well, we
are
should
you
be.
saying that the entirety of World War II could have been avoided if the hostess company had pulled their finger out?
Yeah,
Yes.
but we know who
Yeah.
started World War II.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And just
It
throwing
was
Hitler a couple of
Madge
Twinkies, it would have been boom, done. Right.
Had we
Absolutely.
given Madge Arwell a Hostess fruit pie?
No. There's no placating Madge Arwell. Don't try, okay?
I'm just saying.
And don't make eye contact.
And we probably would have had to
Don't
Stalin
blink.
up too, but still. Yeah. And Emperor
Don't
Hirohito,
blink
but
and
still.
blink, just to be on the safe side.
Don't blink, and also don't look at her. It's difficult, but
It's
Very
tricky.
difficult.
It's
Don't blink, don't look.
no
Gotcha.
one's quite worked the solution to this one
And
out yet.
don't step on the cracks in the pavement.
Yeah. That's
So if I
particularly
took
important.
a mirror in the Medusa head,
Sorry, you're going to put it where?
took Medusa's head and,
Right,
you
yes,
know,
okay.
did the whole Clash of the Titans thing,
Yeah.
what would happen?
Your Medusa's head would turn to dust.
Oh. Oh, boy.
Oh, you have so much to learn, don't you? Hey, Sin, do you think we should do the Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe at some stage just to teach them?
Fuck off.
There we go. That's your answer.
I have made a vow to never watch that episode again. It is still in the cellophane. I am not. No, I'm sorry. I will resign.
I have heard
I
Dr.
will not
Sinister
be
make some
filed,
declarative
stamped,
sentences before.
Index, briefed, debriefed, or numbered, or made to watch that episode.
But I'm pretty sure that
So,
was the most
hang on a
declarative
second.
statement he's made to
That's
date. Actually,
no, this is really, really good
was very
because
unambiguous.
we don't need to watch the Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe. That should have told you all you need. Yeah? Good.
Well, just remember, it wasn't Fairyland.
I am a Doctor Who fan, but even I have limits.
I had to see a bloody sample
Good to
copy
know.
without the special effects. It was very interesting, and I had to review it from that. That's why I used to say those preview copies, those screeners, nah, poison chalice. Absolute poison chalice. Right, okay, so let's go on to how people's weeks have been.
How's
Spanky.
Pete then?
Oh, well, hang on, I'm going to ask Spanky
How
because
is
he's
your
there,
week?
look.
Oh, okay. I mean, I am here.
You are. Just.
I think I'm here anyway. I was told I was here, so I'm going to go.
Are you thinking?
What am I thinking?
No, are you thinking?
Oh, I've been accused of that activity before. I wasn't at the moment until you asked me, and then I had to start.
Okay.
And it's a very unpleasant business, and so I'm going to stop.
In that
now
case,
because
you
I
ham.
don't like it.
Your hand.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
It's all good, right?
Right, how's your week been, love?
Lovely. I had a
that's nice to
pastrami
hear.
sandwich. And that was
Oh,
very lovely.
man.
So, you know,
Isn't it
And-
lovely
oh.
when you can sum up a whole weekend? I had a pastrami sandwich.
and coconut shrimp from
Brilliant.
Outback, because I fucking
Just
love coconut
brilliant.
and shrimp, and you mash them together, and oh god,
That, my friends, is abiding. It is. No,
so
fair dues.
it was lovely twice.
However-
I had a double lovely week.
We have a one-off saga, which we'll go into in a moment. First of all, Brian, how was your week?
I survived yet another week that should have been an email.
Okay, so that's another mark you can score into your skin.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
You should,
don't wanna
you
know
should
the
have that on a
stars.
mug. This could have been an email.
This
On a
could have
mug.
been an email.
Mm-hmm.
Just walk into the meeting, put the mug on the table, and walk back out again. Oh dear, I'm sorry about that. And let's just check in with Dr. Sinister there. Hello. How was your week?
I mean, I don't know why you bother asking me. I don't do anything very exciting, really.
You don't
apart
have
from
to
yesterday.
do anything exciting. I just want to know
Yeah,
how
but-
you are. How are the
Yeah, but
family?
all I'm ever going to say is I did work, I cleaned the car, I fed the cats, you know, that kind of thing.
You could say
I was
if it was a
Dominion
nice
Garlic
week or a
Army.
horrible week.
Oh, it was a perfectly pleasant week.
There we go.
And
I'm happy.
I have embarked upon a viewing of I, Claudius.
Oh yes, you have, haven't you? One
wow.
clav dibs.
Have you
There you
executed
go.
any
Wow.
political prisoners this week?
Good point.
Um,
And I
yes,
mean, it
can I
is
get a
July the
coincidence?
4th tomorrow.
Who do you want executing?
The Americans.
Oh, I have a list. If
Would
you're
you
just
like?
gonna
We'll
do it
get together
freestyle-
later and give you a list.
I have been watching the congressional hearing thingies.
Oh,
Yes.
righty-ho, I haven't. I've just been catching up
fun.
on late night chat shows.
They're interesting. I hear that
Horrifying.
ketchup has been flying freely against
Yeah.
the walls lately.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Dear me.
Yeah. What happens
Right.
when you elect a spoiled child?
I'm sorry, I'm distracted. I have a puppy sleeping in my
Oh, you babies, ace. Right.
Yeah, the Oval Office gets new wallpaper. That's what.
So
right?
Spanky's
So, you know,
saga was interesting. I needed some help this week, and so Spanky said, "Bless him, he would send me a little bit of help. Tell the nice boys and girls how difficult that was to arrange. We've only just
It was
this
an adventure.
moment.
Well, because PayPal and I are at odds because they're feckless cunts. I
Okay.
hate them.
Sorry about
Yeah.
that.
No, sorry. I know. I should dial that back a notch. Utterly
Most of our
fruitless
viewers are in
cunts.
Britain, so
Leave
it's
it at
normal
that.
for them. Don't
I
worry.
thought
Yeah,
that
so there you
word
go.
was totally forbidden over there.
Yeah, it should be, but that's
Which
one thing I love
means
about
he's
England.
not
You
in
gave the world
America.
the right way to
Ooh.
use that word. So that's
Where's
one thing we'll always be
Spanky?
thankful for England for. Well,
Where
technically,
is
I'm in
Spanky?
Wanchese, North Carolina, which isn't
Where
really
in the
America.
world is
It's
Spanky
the deep
hiding out?
South. It's kind of its own little thing. It's where Raleigh landed with the first colony. It's really probably no part of any nation or that ever should or would be, but you know.
How far are you from Tennessee, by the way?
Tennessee touches the backside of my state. If I want to drive there,
Excuse
it would
me?
be about
So
500 miles or so.
just as an aside, sorry. I was in Build-A-Bear workshop, not for me, for the boy, for my son.
Oh, you'd
And there
have
was a
bloody
lady there
loved
from
it.
Tennessee.
Admit it.
The only thing is, she'd been living here for 5 years, and she'd gone West Country
Ah.
with her accent.
Oh, Mama said, hey, now he knows
couldn't
what
work
Mama
out
said.
I couldn't work out whether she was US or West Country, so I asked her. She said Tennessee, but she's been here 5 years, and she was gradually crossing the Atlantic, and eventually, give her a few
brilliant.
more years, she'll probably be talking Cockney.
Right, totally assimilating.
That's just
awesome.
too many EastEnders episodes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens with some people, but
the
by
Thames
God, it
accent.
does.
Thames estuary accent. So, my week. Garden Gate. I received a
umpteenth.
text telling me that my repair was scheduled for the 26th of this month. What repair?
What month did they send it in?
Yeah, no, they gave the date. I said this month. It was July.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry,
No,
to be fair,
You have to ask
that
it.
was exactly. That was a very pertinent question. So I ended up managing to get hold of them, and they didn't know what it was about. So I said, I'd like to reactivate my complaint, please. And I got a call saying that is for an electrical check. Now, I've got absolutely no opposition to that at all. I think it's a great idea, except with my flat as it is, they're not going to be able to do it. She's going away now, and she's going to try and find out what's happening about getting rid of the tree and building the platform. I mean, if they just do it, it would just go away. It would just go away.
It's the same problem. If you get rid of the tree, you use the wood to make the platform.
I mean, Christ's sakes, why didn't they think that through? It's just, well, quite. And then there was yesterday. It was the picnic in the park.
Were there any disintegrations?
There
No
was an evil tree, wasn't there?
Well, we only had Zach's word that it was evil.
It seemed like a fine, upstanding young man to me. He likes Lego and Star Wars.
And dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It can't be all bad then.
And trying to rip the head off a
How
canine
does he
toy.
feel about Transformers?
I was getting so worried for that canine toy. I really was. It was lovely. Lovely little... Adam chose just the perfect spot in Gus Park.
No.
So, all right, yes, it needed to be about 3 meters in one direction for him. Basically, we were outside of the transporter enhancers.
There were 3 trees. Three trees, obviously in a triangle, and we were sat outside. Why wouldn't you put yourself in the middle of the 3 trees?
No, ask Adam.
They're obvious pattern enhancers.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, lovely company. There wasn't a huge amount of people turn out, but that just made it better, actually. I mean, no offence to anybody, but it wasn't a manic thing. We'd just sit there and relax and just chill. It was lovely. The only problem I had was going up the hill to the toilets. That was fun. And then it ended as it should have ended, I suppose. There's me, there's us originals, me, Adam, Karen, Keith and Jean. We went for a drink together. And just the one. and I had an orange lemonade just in case you're wondering, and that was it. But I got home about, I don't know, 7:30, 8 o'clock last night. I went straight to bed and didn't wake up till 1 p.m. this afternoon. I could hardly walk today. I've suffered, but it really was worth it. It was a lovely, lovely day. It really was. Yeah. Now then, seeing as we're going to chuck out your tea into salt water day tomorrow. Stop looking smug, Brian. It doesn't suit you.
I'm just saying, this is how Boston people make tea.
Righty-ho.
Why are you condemning their culture?
Yeah.
Because they've broken the laws of tea. I don't care.
Culturally, they're correct within their culture.
No. Anyway,
It's not
listen.
Boston Tea Party Day tomorrow. When was the Boston Tea Party?
Oh, good question.
A couple days before it, I think.
A while before.
But no, this is Independence Day.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
not
this is
Boston
Independence
Tea
Day.
Party Day.
I'll have to find out the date of that so I can really harangue you. What we're going to do is we're going to have an exercise in democracy here on the Flashing Blade. I'm going to regret this. Right then, my boys, my little American boys. Dr. Sinister, who sat just there, hello, cannot make
Over there on my
next
screen.
Sunday's Flashing Blade, for he is away somewhere. Therefore, I would like to give you the option to take a week off. A chance to recharge your batteries. We're, 126, something like that we're doing now. This is where it starts, if you're not careful, it can start to become a slog. So take a break and come back after a fortnight. It's your choice. We can keep going. I'm more than happy to keep going, or we can just sit here and play computer games. But, it's down to
How
you.
many episodes of Out of the Unknown do we have left?
Give me a second.
2 or
I'll
3,
find
isn't it?
something like that, yes.
Like 2 more after this one, maybe?
We can't do the holiday. See, I was taking advantage of the fact Sinister was off to go on holiday, you see. There was a... there we go.
Oh, by the way, Boston Tea Party, December 16th, 1773.
December, did you say?
December.
Oh, okay.
See, when you should have your fireworks, like I said.
3. There's 3 more left.
It's a separate thing. 3 left?
3 left. And then after that, we're going on to Callan.
Thought we were doing Space Above and Beyond.
2.
After, once we finish Serenity, so... You see, it's all planned. I don't just make it up on the fly. Honest.
We know that's a lie.
True. Yeah. But no, that's the idea anyway. That's what I want to do. And then once we finish Space Above and Beyond, we're going to redo Quatermass. With luck, we'll have done an In Conversation With video before then. And like I say, we're going to do Callan after we finish Out of the Unknown, because this is a personal pleasure of mine. It's a gritty 60s and early 70s spy thriller series.
Kind of like the Rockford Files.
No.
Do do diddly do diddly do.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Dave, bye-bye. How are you doing, Spanky?
Doing pretty good so far.
No, it's far grittier than that. It's quite nasty in places. It is old. Understand that, but it's bloody brilliant, and it comes to an ending, which is nice. Unlike a lot of these things.
Is this going to be any kind of realization like the what was the one we just did?
Oh,
The science team thing.
Yeah, wait a second. The Talea Ghost or whatever.
No,
Stone
no.
Tape? Stone Tapes?
No,
Stone
before
Tapes.
that.
That's good thinking.
Oh,
You're hurting him. You're hurting him.
13 to Centaurus or
You
something.
will
Was that it?
answer.
No, the show.
You
the
will
show.
answer.
I can't think of the freaking name.
Right? The old 70s science team show that was such a misogynistic.
Doomwatch.
Doomwatch! There we go.
There you go. Good God.
As soon as you said misogynistic, I knew
Yes,
exactly
okay,
where you
got
were
it.
going with
Doom
that.
Doomwatch.
Yeah, so this is going to be another we're going to shatter
It's
all your childhood.
It stars Edward Woodward. While we were.
We will.
While we were. Before your Equalizer person. This is where he made his name.
Well, I mean, he went from Callan to Equalizer. It's just like this. He retired from Callan and became the Equalizer.
In my head canon, it's practically the same character.
Yeah, exactly.
I know it's a different name, McCall rather than Callan, but
that's his cover name.
Yeah,
those
In
guys
the same-
change their names
in-
like they change codes. Come on.
Yeah.
Is it in the same way that Danger Man is basically the same as the prisoner?
I like to think so, but it's never confirmed. Apparently, he's
Is
ex-CIA.
it
or
anything
something.
like my headcanon where all the James Bonds were James Bond? The name James Bond is just a cover.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah, that makes
007
perfect
cover,
sense.
right?
That
Yeah.
makes perfect sense. I'm happy with that. It's like the Doctor, basically.
Yeah.
Like the
It made-
Doctor
it
doesn't have
made-
another name. So
It made perfect sense until the Daniel Craig ones,
Oh.
when they confirmed that it was really him, and
Yeah.
that kind of threw that theory out. And I don't really know that I like
Yeah.
that.
I don't like that
that.
either.
I don't care if they make a girl, James. I mean, 007
they
or whatever.
did
but
make a
stick
girl
with Bond
007.
name. Yeah, I mean, like
Jane Bond.
Jane Bond. There you go. Would have been great, but like, why?
I mean, it was a
screw
wonderful
with that.
one finger to all the misogynists out there. The new 007 is a woman.
Can we get Charlize Theron to play her?
I can't remember who it was who played her.
The black lady,
Now,
isn't
here's
it?
the question though: are we actually going to get any movies with her in them?
I don't know.
2 years.
As
Apparently,
I think-
they're having to think about how they're going to reboot the franchise.
Yeah, 2 years is the next James Bond.
Really? And it's Jane Bond now. this
We
time.
don't know.
We don't know.
They have no
Yeah, I
idea.
It's a
mean,
mystery.
you can make a 007 movie, but it's not going to be a James Bond movie.
Well, there you go. There's an entire franchise waiting for you, rather than just one giant movie every 3 or 4 years, so it seems, and then resetting again because basically their lead actor has aged too much in the part and they don't get enough out of them. The Funky Gibbon?
So
Yes.
what they could do is do a new film with a new James Bond, and it is a follow-on, and this is where they establish that it's now a cover name,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And then to keep everyone else happy, they have a streaming show with the lady Jane Bond.
Could do that. You could
I'm
have a
okay with
Bond
that.
franchise. The different licenses, the different 00 numbers, for example.
I don't know why they
Sure,
never
tell
did
Russell
that.
T.
with the other
Davies about
00s,
that.
right?
He likes making, multiverses.
Oh,
They could've-
news, yes.
You could do James Bond Voyager, where he's stuck in South Africa and he's got to walk home.
God,
It's
take
taken
5 light years.
Ideas.
Oh, like
It'll
the
take him
Cornell
7
Wilde
years.
film, The Naked Prey or whatever, where he's running across Africa naked. That would be great. Yeah.
Where did that
Didn't they,
conversation suddenly
Barbecue a
vanish
guy
to?
alive in that?
Right.
Talk about
There is
obscure
some
cinema.
news.
Dr. Sinister, that was great.
There
We
is
got
some,
the dunk one there. That was fucking epic.
there is some news, Spanky. There
ma'am.
is. Feel very sorry, but at the same time very happy for Matthew Purchase, known on the Twitter as @TheCyberdevil. Russell T. Davis put a picture on Instagram of the actor Ryan Gosling, not sure who he is, doesn't matter, wearing a Doctor
explain
Who
it later.
t-shirt with Ncuti Gatwa on it and the current Doctor Who logo. That t-shirt was an illegal t-shirt. They'd stolen Matthew's artwork, which was even had the watermark on it.
Wow.
and made a T-shirt out of it. Ryan Gosling went and got it. Of course, Matthews, oh God, the BBC is just going to kill me. You know, I haven't done this. Somebody's stolen my artwork and is making money from it. But apparently now it's been sorted out with the Beeb. He's now selling the T-shirt himself with 100% of the profits going to a Rwanda charity. So,
Cool.
yeah, but that's an interesting one. So many people's work gets nicked. Oddly, this doesn't.
Ryan Gosling. Sorry, you're going to have to remind me. He's a Hollywood guy, isn't he?
Probably.
Yes, he is.
What's he done?
Blade Runner 2048.
The new Blade Runner movie? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, got him. Thank you.
I have seen that, but
He also was Young Hercules in the 90s.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, he was the young Hercules. I forgot
I
to
will
give him
never
the-
let him live
Right.
that shit
I
down.
would never let him live that down either, right? But he does have the Gray Man coming out, and he's got another sci-fi thing going out. I think,
He's also married to Eva Mendes.
and he married Eva Mendes, which means he's the luckiest son of a bitch on earth.
So by reminding him of Young Hercules, you know,
in front of her.
I would totally do it.
I would totally remind her of that.
Yeah. No. You remind him in front of her.
Come on. What's up,
Yeah.
buddy?
That's what you do.
Down with that.
Itchy.
There he goes. He's all like, okay, time to move over here.
Right then.
Couch
I have
time.
a Cormond and I have an Ace.
Oh, you've got the kitten. Lovely.
I've got the cat. I don't know why I have the cat, but I have the cat.
He's been land sharking me like this. He goes from here to his bed, which I just like made doubly thick now, so it's like super squishy
Ooh,
for him. So
lovely.
he bounces on it, bounces and rolls around, and now he's back on the couch, like just around me like this all day.
No, Trixie just follows me.
He's
She's
down
got a
to
bed
sleep.
in
It's
different
up
areas of the flat, so that wherever I am, she can be near me.
Yep.
I've also managed to get her a fluffy doggy bed, really nice doggy bed. Some neighbours were just throwing it away. I said, "Can I have it?" They went, "Yeah." So I put an old cardigan in it as well, so it had my smell on
There
it.
you go. Yeah.
And yeah, she's in and out of it, but she does use it, and it's nice. It makes me feel good. The dog's got her own little bed, you know. Right. Shall we do what we came here for?
He's got 3 of them.
And now, from the worlds of BBC Television's Doctor Who, it's Doctor Who. You know, I've got absolutely no idea why I completely over-enunciated that.
I think I know why.
Oh, please tell me, yes.
I think it was a subconscious attempt to stop anyone talking over it.
Quite possibly.
Well, as it's a subconscious thing, I wouldn't really know, if I'm honest.
You should ask your subconscious.
Oh, we don't talk that often.
Oh.
No, at 4 o'clock in the morning, it wakes me up, normally with my fist half stuck in my mouth, and this sort of strangulated gargling noise coming from me.
I forgot to mention I have news about the Spelljammer game.
Oh, okay. I'm solid. Go for it.
Lovely.
In English,
For
please.
I made up a villain today.
All right.
You may have to Google this one.
Uh-huh.
Obviously,
2 words.
Mm-hmm.
The first word is war, and the second word is Duke.
War Duke, right?
War Duke.
Okay, so basically,
Really? War Duke?
yeah,
Mhm.
it's the John Wayne incarnation from the Time War.
Yes.
Yeah.
John Wayne is now a Time Lord and
Yes.
John Wayne was
Lord
an
Minion.
asshole.
Right.
Dear God, he was an asshole. Right. July the 4th, fuck that. Right, and so... Sorry, boys. Okay. The Kashtakava and his plucky girl assistant, Ace. Well, they've landed on this icy planet. It's not that icy, to be fair, but it's very dark. Very, 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 very dark.
I think you've got the wrong version of Extremis.
Yeah.
I went straight into Big Finish.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Maybe you should have had that drink.
Yeah, I don't drink. It's,
Mm.
you know,
I'm
it's
just
not. I'm
saying,
not
maybe
deliberately teetotal, but I just don't enjoy it. It's anyway. All right. Well, we'll do this the other way round then, shall we? Dr. Basil Disco gets an email with very interesting subject heading of extremists. Zug zug. Anyway, Bill Potts is. Now I got a problem with this scene, with the way Bill acts. Bill basically.
He's on the
She's being too pushy with a girl who is obviously not too sure about. It could easily have been her first time, and Bill just feels like it just feels like, you know, there's nothing wrong with it or anything, and it just didn't work for me. I'm sorry, that bit didn't. The joke of the Pope then coming in, yes, that worked, but she just seemed too pushy. Dr. Sinister.
It's because she wasn't a perfect functioning replica.
Ah, thank you very much. We'll get to that. Anyway, the Pope comes in, as he does, sending the girl screaming.
comes into my kitchen.
Yeah.
All the time.
The Vatican have got in touch with the doctor for some help, because there's a text that nobody can read without dying. It's extremists. This is a little tiny jewel. It almost hides itself, quite frankly. During this, we also find out what is in the vault through an interesting backstory having to do with what appears to be the Doctor's execution. Until you realise the Doctor's not there to be executed. He's first of all there to witness the execution, and then he finds out he actually has to perform the execution. And of course that execution is Missy.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I say, this one, it sets up an awful lot. It has some heavy lifting to do, but it does it beautifully. This is a great little story. It really is. I love it. Who'd like to go first?
Me.
Go right then, Spanky
Just
boy.
because
off you
I
go.
wanted to get this off my chest,
Hmm?
I would gleefully kill the Master because... But Missy... I like Missy. I wouldn't kill Missy.
Psychotic Mary Poppins.
I'm just saying, yes, psychotic Mary Poppins.
Are you
appeals to
telling me Mary
immensely.
Poppins
I
wasn't
don't know why.
psychotic?
I'm just saying, but I would find a way to escape with Missy and then squirrel the deal or whatever. But, you know, I thought...
Can I just ask a question, though?
Go ahead.
If knowing what the Master / Missy is capable of,
Yeah.
you did not perform that execution, would you not, and I'm prepared to argue this point, are you not assisting in her future crimes?
Well, that's the
Interesting.
point in this case.
Wait a minute.
She's-
If I actively make her escape, yes. I thought I was being asked.
He was?
Go ahead.
He
Oh,
was.
right. Well,
You're the one who
lot
put it
then.
in.
Right. No, that's it.
No, I
That's
would
it.
say I would.
I'm putting
I would
my
say
own
that
face up front and centre.
If I orchestrated the escape and came up with it on my own, not like, you know, was coerced by Missy or something like that and did it just because, well, Missy's hot or something like that, then actually, yes, I would indeed bear some responsibility for Missy's future crimes. Yes.
Fair enough.
I would totally accept that too, just if I got to, you know,
Within
do
the
naughty things
story-
with Missy. Just saying.
Within the story,
God.
the Doctor has vowed to keep her there for 1,000 years,
Uh-huh.
and he's hoping that's going to help change her. The thing is, it does, though. We know that.
1,000 years to a time traveler is really relative.
Handful
But
of
considering
heartbeats
where
to the
she
Time
is,
Lord.
boring as hell, to be honest.
Especially when you're a professor at Oxford.
Well, that's a nice little callback to Sharda.
So is that
Or,
what's in
if
the
you
thing
like,
underneath
Dirk
the-
Gently's Holistic
thing?
Detective Agency. But, you know, it basically that's one of the advantages of some of the older colleges. You know, it's discretion. It's, yeah. Right then. So, Spanky, would you like to continue now? We've completely gone all over the place with that.
What now? I'm sorry. Say that again.
Continue, love.
No, I will continue. Yes.
Please.
What was I saying? Missy hot.
God.
Missy good. Escape Missy. I like to see people dying from the idea because it reminded me of that Monty Python sketch, The Funniest Joke in the World. The
Yes.
Joke
Yeah.
What we're doing, it was killing people. I thought
Yeah.
that was epic. That was a good. There had to be a connection there, I'm sure.
And you said it right as well. You said Monty Python, not Monty Python.
No. Anyway,
you
but
said
yeah,
it right.
so there was that, and I thought that was good.
What?
And the doctor was still blind. That was interesting. I'm not sure what to make of that yet, but I like the idea where he traded his eyes off and still screwed the pooch on it somehow. That was entertaining. That was good. I could see that this is setting up a lot of things and it's going places, and I'm very, very eager to see what comes next.
It's a mini arc. Quite frankly, that starts with the end of Oxygen and goes on for the next 2 episodes after this.
That's cool. Yeah, because the Doctor Who is good for that. They build these little arcs that just take you places, and I really love when they do that. So. God knows how far down the road this will have further impacts on the storyline, but I'm sure it will, right?
2 episodes.
Just no, I mean 2 more episodes, and then more years down the road or something, or does it just?
I have a feeling it might get forgotten about. To be fair,
yeah.
Okay.
There's already been another showrunner since, and there's been no callbacks to it, which is a shame.
Oh,
But,
that's unfortunate.
because this is. It's 3. It starts off. Excellus is absolutely. Sorry, not Excellus. I keep doing this. Extremis is absolutely brilliant. The next story is good. And the story after that is a slight letdown. But it's a great little self-contained mini arc, which I enjoy. So, yes.
Cool.
Anything else, thanks?
That was it.
All righty ho. Dr. Sinister or the Brian? Who would like to go next? Brian's going to go next now. Brian, do going next.
Is it okay if I say spoilers for this episode?
If you wish.
Since we're
If you wish.
Well, when the Doctor discovers...
Oh, hang on. Spanky hasn't seen them.
You saw the episode.
I saw this episode.
Oh, right. Okay. I'd say don't spoiler for what's coming up.
No,
Sorry.
I'm just spoiling this episode.
Oh, right. In that case, yes.
episode,
No
yeah.
problems at all, mate.
So when the Doctor and Bill realize that they're actually living within a simulation and they are in fact simulated, it brings up some very good philosophical questions. The first one being, who am I? Am I real? How do I know I'm real? And if nothing we do matters, then all that matters is what we do.
Okay, if you got the last part, how did you not get the first part? That's solved with the Cogito, right? Well, if nothing we do matters, then the only thing that matters is what we do. Yes, absolutely. But who are we and all that? I mean, are we real? That's the Descartes.
That's the big
Cogito.
question.
I think, therefore, I am. That's the only way I know I exist because I can think. I can't be sure about anything
And
else.
the
but at least
Doctor,
I
that's
exist,
how the
yeah.
Doctor knows he's real in the sense that he is still the Doctor and he is still who he thinks he is.
Exactly. Right.
At the end, he actually goes through and he emails himself the entire video, to which the non-simulation Doctor then calls up Bill and asks, "Do you know a girl named Penny?" "Yeah, you should go ask her out. She's way out of my league. Go ask her out anyway. I think you got
We're going to be busy.
Got a chance, yeah.
So there I find that aspect of it exceedingly awesome.
Do you really think something like that, when you're questioning the very reality around us, is ideal for folks of our mentality? Me, Spanky, and Sinister.
Well, let me ask you this.
Around me all the time.
Say a random number.
35.
35. He missed that. He missed that. It's a shame, but there we go. It was a nice try, Brian.
No, you both said 35.
We should have come prepared to this. With a
We
list
should
of
have
numbers.
written down there.
Just to mess with people. Oh god, that would have been great. Twitch would have fried.
Yeah, we'll do it next week. For no reason
But
at all.
I think that this is an excellent show.
It is, isn't it?
There's the whole theory. It addresses the whole theory of living in a simulation when you don't know it's a simulation.
Mhm.
When you find out, what do you do? What's the only course of action that you can do that would have any meaning?
Well, it shows the computer's simulation is not a closed system in the fact that he was able to actually email himself in the real world.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
being
was able to
reach
hack
outside
it.
the simulation.
Yeah,
right?
that's what
You
I'm
could hack
thinking.
out. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
It was a
I
sonic
thought that
screen.
was neat.
But it also,
A wall break inside a wall break.
the guys behind it, I'm not going to go into who they are yet, but it shows their state-of-the-art surveillance in how close they got their simulation.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
They got the doctor perfect
Yeah, they did.
because
They got the
he
sonic,
was the doctor.
they got the sonic sunglasses perfectly.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's a case of you shot yourself in the foot there, didn't you? However,
You know,
as we'll find out, this eventually becomes quite consequential.
This came out around the same time that the theory that we're all living in a computer simulation.
There's a high probability that we are.
Yeah, and it's sorry.
Hang on, what sort of probability are we talking here?
Well, basically, I think the theory goes something along the lines of
This is
any
not helpful.
suitably advanced civilization will have the ability to create a artificial simulation, and then in fact it goes worse than that. The simulation will then become sufficiently advanced that they can then create a simulation, and so on and so on and so on, which
13.
ultimately means that it's more likely
13.
than not that we are living in a simulation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's nice to know.
Oh yes.
A show or two ago, I was talking about the 13th floor that did exactly this. A simulated reality created a simulated reality, and down the line.
There's a Rick and Morty episode
I'm
like
thinking
this
of the
where,
Ricky Morty one, yeah.
where Rick creates an artificial universe to generate power to run his car, and and the artificial universe creates an artificial universe. So it just goes down and down and down. It's Turtles all the way down.
Oh, dear. So, Sin, what did you make of this?
So I don't remember this series much.
good,
I
good.
don't remember what happens in the next two episodes. All I would say is that we have yet another Moffat creature that just shows its teeth and doesn't
It's
appear
moved
to
away
actually
from
do-
the eyes.
And it looks
though.
like a frickin' corpse.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually appear to do anything threatening
No.
in itself.
Interesting point.
Also, I think everybody who's so far commented has missed the fundamental clue that was in this episode. This is clearly a holodeck program on board Deep Space Nine.
Obviously.
Must be, yeah.
Damn. How did I not know?
How else would Dr. What's-His-Face be there?
Bashir?
Yeah,
Where?
he wasn't he the Cardinal?
Hang on.
Pretty certain he was.
Google.
Look it up.
Just if anybody is
Was
interested, the
Siddiq
13th floor
L.
is
Farrell
available on
in
HBO
Doctor Who?
Max.
Was acidic I Farrell? What? Try that again. Was Siddiq L. Farrell in Doctor Who? It's Alexander Siddiq. Thank you very much. That's what I'm after.
Alexander Siddig. Yeah.
Yep. Television. There we go. Unfortunately, this is Memory Prime or Memory Alpha or whatever it is, so it's concentrating purely well, no, it has done some other stuff. I can't remember. It's a very small role for him if he did. If he did.
It was, I'm utterly convinced it was him.
No, it doesn't say anything here.
It damn well looks like him. That's all I'll say.
No, I don't think it was him.
Well, I
Right.
was convinced it was.
Well, there we go, boys and girls. What do you think?
Apparently I'm wrong. Oh well, that ruins that joke anyway about Deep Space Nine. I've got sad on now.
Brian, did you have to do that?
Do anything.
What's the other thing I was going to say? I've always worried that things that I kill in computer games are alive.
Yes, parallel universe theory.
Because when I used to play a game called Master of Orion 2, and the number of planets I had totally annihilated with my Doomstar weapons, I've got a lot coming to me if those people were alive.
Well,
You got a
parallel
lot.
if-
Imagine how many people we've arrested in
City of
City
Right.
of Heroes.
I mean,
Just
parallel
that Carmen
universe
Telly
theory.
alone.
If there are an infinite amounts of parallel universes, then at least one of them has to be that everyone's actions in the computer game actually get acted out in real life by people. It's a bit disturbing when you think about it, really. What happens if they find out?
Right, the guy who I thought was Alexander Siddig
Yes,
was a
please.
guy called Corrado Invernizzi.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks awfully like him.
Kind
He
of.
Just
does.
a little, yeah.
Yeah, no,
So-
I just looked at Alexander's IMDb.
Yeah.
It was never in it.
We can cut that during the edit, can't we?
Yes,
Yes.
of course we will. You got
Yes,
my word
that-
that when I
We're
We're not,
edit
li-
this,
we're not live.
when I edit this, I'll cut that.
I'll blame the script writers.
I feel you should.
I think you need to go have a talk with them.
Quite right.
yeah.
I will.
Quite right.
I will.
Cut to a scene
what
5
else
minutes
have I got to
later,
do?
Sinister just talking to himself. But
I
absolutely.
was a little bit. I was a little bit underwhelmed by the execution chamber being on a muddy riverbank.
It was
Yeah.
very picturesque.
I like that. I thought it was picturesque. Yeah, I liked it. It's kind of an outdoor, an open air execution. That's a big change from the usual closed kind of claustrophobic type of room. I thought that's nice. It's a good
Was-
mood setting kind of thing.
Was anybody else laughing when he told the guy, "Look me up in the death index
Yeah,
as
that's a
cause
good-
of
Yeah.
death,"
Yeah.
and it just
Yeah.
started dinging.
Yeah.
And
And,
then-
everyone slowly starts running away.
Yeah. He's unarmed. You are unarmed, aren't you?
Always, boom, out of
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, don't have much else to say really. As usual, I like Bill. I like Nardole. Oh, I will say one other thing.
Yeah. But Nardole
They're
is
going-
secretly a badass.
They go into that massive room with all the books, the library of forbidden knowledge, and,
Yes.
and all the library of blasphemy or whatever.
Yes.
I've got to say,
Yes.
Mm-hmm. If you have that many books that are blasphemous about your religion, you might need to rethink your religion.
Yeah,
Oh,
you may need to reevaluate something. Right?
The Vatican archives below the Vatican are filled with them. Hundreds of them.
Oh yeah, thousands of them.
And they're all kept in low oxygen environments to
It's like
Okay.
in Harry Potter, they've got like a section of forbidden knowledge. In Doctor Strange, you've got a few books that are chained in. The Vatican's got fucking millions of volumes of
Underground.
It's
There are
got an entire
acres
vault.
and acres of complex, right, that are devoted to nothing but the antithesis of their religion.
does make me
in
wonder.
literary works, right?
Does make me wonder, future historians, you could possibly help on this, if that library will ever become uncovered in the future for some reason or another. And what
I
we'll
just want
find
to
out
know if
from
I
there.
get in or not.
Yeah, did I make it in? That's all.
Yeah.
I have my own.
I
wing.
mean, even
I
they
already
need
know.
tech support. Come on.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
you've got Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
There's a spanky wing. Yeah, the whole
And,
spanky
and
wing.
did you notice that the heretical wing housed Veritas,
Mm-hmm.
which means
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah.
That was great.
I thought that was cool, right? The Veritas was in the heretic wing because you can't have people learning the truth.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically, a good episode all around. Are we agreed on that?
Have you
Yeah,
noticed
I thought it was
that
good.
this season with Bill has had some really, really outstanding episodes?
Yep.
Yeah, the addition of the actress who plays Bill definitely upped the show's game some, I think.
Yeah.
Pearl Mackie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's her
Pearl
name.
Mackie is
Pearl Mackie.
fantastic.
It's
Yeah.
it's a damn shame that she's a single season companion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Damn
no
shame.
surprise.
Really?
Well, yeah, because
That's too
remember,
bad.
at the end of this, it's the end of Capaldi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
All these last.
Damn, too bad. Yeah,
Yes.
they don't like to,
I've got to try and
carry
decide-
companions between doctors for some reason. Do
I've,
they?
I've got a problem with his very last story in that. Am I going to be grumpy or am I going to be generous? We'll see.
Be grumpy.
My money's on Grumpy.
Got to be diplomatic.
Depends on if they fix your damn fence.
Yeah.
The fence is done. It's everything else we need doing now.
Just saying.
Right then. The Kashta and his plucky girl assistant Ace land on a planet that's mostly in darkness all the time. However, it's lit up by something called tinsel, which is a byproduct of some sort of mining operation that's going on. It's a colony. It's a mining colony.
Is
However,
it in space?
It is in space. Yes.
Is it a colony in space?
It is. It is. It's a bit old school Wild West, if I'm honest with you. However, the Doctor and Mel go down to a local entertainment, if you like, and they discover somebody with, well, Mel doesn't realise it, but the Doctor does, Cybermen arms. I know, right? And from then on, it's a case of trying to outwit the mayor, who's an idiot and just after votes, trying to outwit the Cybermen, trying to outwit somebody else, and I'm not going to say who.
Nah.
This wasn't bad. I enjoyed this one, I have to admit. I've got some overall thoughts about the box set in general, but I'll come to those after. But yeah, no, this one was all right. Spanky, what did you make of this one?
I liked the way when it started off, I thought instead of Wild Wild West, I thought it was like some weird kind of Aussie or maybe a Kiwi sort of Fight Club kind of thing that was going on, right? Like, what the hell? Okay, cool. I like where this is going. Let's see what happens. So yeah, I was entertained. I thought it was good.
That's it.
Well, I mean, we're not going to name names or give spoilers out. You said pretty much everything there was to say. So,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
you know, you did good. There's nothing wrong with it. I enjoyed it. It's worth listening to this one. It was a good story.
Okay, Dr. Sinister.
Seventh Doctor, right? Who you're doing?
This person's got Cyberman arms on their body. They're not just carrying them around.
Yeah, they're attached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
I've always had a bit of a problem with this.
Okay. go on.
And I'm going to also make reference to the $6 Million Man.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the $6
was
Million
close.
Man, he had a cybernetic arm, a leg,
A
one
bionic.
leg with-
Bionic
whatever.
right arm, 2 bionic
Yeah.
left legs, and a bionic
and an eye.
Yep.
Yeah, now, he could lift enormous weights. That would have ripped the arms out of his body.
It was the same I always thought when he ran. How come his spine didn't snap?
There's backstory there. that
Oh,
you don't
very
know,
good,
probably.
Spanky. Backstory.
Brian's got something. Brian?
Good, Brian.
There was a recent comic book series based on it. It was more heavily based off of iCyborg, the source
Look where
material.
it came from, yeah.
It was written by Kevin Smith. They go into the discussion of this.
Yeah.
They actually replaced both arms on him because the counterweight would be
Yeah. But
massively
they must have
messed
some
up.
kind of bracing mechanism between the
They
two.
reinforced his spine and chest so that he could sustain
That makes
that
sense.
kind of weight.
That makes perfect
His whole body
sense.
was
He
reinforced.
also had nuclear batteries in him, which he had to have the waste product drained, kind of like a kidney dialysis.
So
Yeah.
this
Getting
leads
more
me on
gruesome,
to
isn't it?
This leads me on to a real world question now.
Please.
Right? You know, you get Paralympic runners who've got those weird legs.
The blades.
You know,
Cricket legs.
Yeah.
The blades.
Oscar
Right.
Pistorius, right?
Yeah. Now, I've got two questions here, actually. Can they run faster because their body weight has been diminished? Like
Well, they
fast.
have the weight of the leg
$6
added
million
to it a lot.
man. Yes.
Yeah,
Simply
yeah,
because when he was running,
yeah.
they were monitoring his heart, and as his real meat, if you
Yeah.
will, wasn't doing the work,
Yeah.
body wasn't producing as much
So
stress.
that's my question. In the real world, could a Paralympian with two blade legs run faster than a real person? A, because he doesn't have to supply as much oxygen because there's not as much mass there, and B, because there's not as much mass there, he can go faster with less, if that makes sense.
Well, the
I would
reason I heard-
assume possibly, but it would depend on how much of you was doing the work.
Well, they wanted to
If
take
that
the
makes
medals
sense.
away from Oscar Pistorius that he won because he won in the regular Olympics with cricket legs, the medal legs, because they said they gave him an unfair advantage because they actually do. There's something about them being kind of springy and stuff, where it enabled him to run faster than he had prior to having his legs amputated. And so it may have been unfair that he had this mechanical advantage despite being a double amputee.
And what a fine, upstanding
faster
man
than
he
before.
turned to be.
And he turned out to be the wife.
There
murdering
is
Robert.
a YouTube channel that I watch. She's a amputee,
Lady with the
single
legs?
amputee.
Yeah.
She jokes that she lost 27 pounds all in a day.
Yeah, right.
Good on her.
That the one who does the modeling with, and she's got the wooden legs that look like she's wearing boots. Is that
No,
the same chick?
no. This one's name
that
is
one's amazing.
Footless Joe. That's the
Okay.
channel name.
I got you.
And
Look
she
at some
goes
strange
all into
stuff.
speaking about it. For some reason, my YouTube algorithm is as screwed up as my shuffle playlist on my iPhone. Okay?
I know what you're saying. You never quite know which wormhole you're going to go down.
Yeah. There are wormholes within wormholes. I mean, I'll get sucked into the Bigfoot encrypted wormhole one minute, and all of a sudden, I'll be watching cooking shows.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Journey into mystery, basically.
never know what you're going to get out of my YouTube.
I gotta say, YouTube, surfing. There's an old term for you. YouTube it's like when the internet started. You could just randomly go to different pages, and YouTube is still like that. It's still like that. You can still kind of randomly go from topic to topic and get some weird stuff shown
I
to
do
you.
like that. I just hate all
Yeah.
the adverts.
I don't have adverts.
No, I
I
refuse to
Prime.
pay them. I utterly refuse to pay them. Actually, they're now saying, Ofcom is saying that the commercial channels over here in Britain can have more adverts and longer adverts.
They can go longer and more frequently, which reminds me, it's like American. Sorry, guys, American TV is a bit weird. You know, like when we see Friends on TV,
Yeah.
and they'll show the credits, and there might be a scene afterwards. What you don't realise is there's been an advert break in between those two.
Yep.
Like 30 seconds of
I believe it's the same with Doctor Who. Once the title sequence is over, ad break. It's the same with all America. I think. I don't know. We've got a couple of Americans here.
We
could ask
talked
them.
about this once when I had to watch the premiere on BBC America.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You weren't happy.
I was really pissed off.
Wow. I'm not surprised.
It was like a 48-minute show that in America goes to an hour. But that time jump, it's not extra show. It's all commercials.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the weird thing is it's precisely for foreign markets why BBC TV shows tend to be 50 minutes. Because they know they're going to get padded out with adverts when they get sold abroad, and it's really weird. Because
And
the
if they
BBC
don't,
here,
they get cut.
you don't have adverts here. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They'll
they
get cut.
chopped up, right? You guys had the your advertisements come between the shows, right?
No,
in the middle of them.
Now you get them in the middle?
So we've got two. We've got So we've got the BBC, no adverts at all.
Oh, cool.
That's
very civilized.
The only adverts they have are for other BBC shows in between shows because it's license fee funded.
It's public
Then you've
broadcasting, and it's got very strict rules.
Yeah. Then you've got ITV, Channel 4, and Channel 5, which will have adverts between shows, and they will chop up shows as well. That's more like your model. But when I was in America, your advert breaks are so long and so frequent, it's unreal.
I was watching video, I think it was the Weather
Yeah,
Channel,
so much.
and it just kept cutting to commercials, and it's just. And
You
some of
guys
your
really
commercials
wanna
are
be
really
pissed
weird.
off? We'll hook you up with some VPNs. You can watch it on my account,
No, that's all right.
on my Spectrum account.
No.
Oh, you'll be
I
so
wouldn't
happy
put you
you're
to all
over
that
there.
trouble. I
That was
wouldn't.
the weird thing, was like you'd have an advert break and you'd come back for like a 10-second coda at the end of a Friends episode, and it was just
What's the point?
mind blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've no idea how we got onto this subject talking about Big Finish. So that was a two-parter. This is the Seventh Doctor box set, Silver and Ice, in case you're wondering.
The woman I was talking about, I wanted to reference that just briefly, Amy Mullins. So if anybody out there wants to be curious, the lady, she's a model and other things, an athlete. It's not fair having 12 pairs of legs. Her TED Talks are amazing. That's all. Go
Okay,
ahead.
brilliant. Good recommendation, sir. Right, so. Yeah. It's a cold nick the nicked. It's night time. The TARDIS lands. It's landed on Rebos.
You froze,
Yeah.
and then you went really quickly.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, because your picture just did the exact same thing.
Max Headroom thing for a second. That was cool.
That's great. The YouTube playback's going to be brilliant.
And this is why I know we're living in a simulation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep glitching.
The thing didn't glitch. I did.
In fact, this brings a whole new meaning to the scriptwriters, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm going to be emailing myself outside of the simulation with all this information.
Right, now we're in a
It's
simulation.
easy.
Oh, right, good.
It's code.
Okay, this is
It's
just...
not script, it's code. The
Monkeys
code
are
writers.
typing code.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Those same monkeys, thousands of them in a room, just banging away on computer keyboards, and they're ripping out the code to our simulation. That's what's happened, right?
This is
And
why
the
all the
amazing-
food tastes the same.
Yep.
The
And
amazing
they
thing
get
is-
Shakespeare. They got
The
this.
amazing thing with those monkeys is that one of them's created a Microsoft Office assistant that isn't annoying.
Jesus Christ. Oh, dear. Anyway, right, it's Rebos. All right, we're back on Rebos.
Rebos.
Seventh
Rebos.
Doctor and Mel.
Rebos.
Now, this is an interesting one. Spanky, this is a sequel to a Doctor Who story called The Rebos Operation, which was a fourth Doctor and first Romana and K9 story, which was very, I think claustrophobic's the wrong word. Very contained, I think is a better way of putting it. Basically, Rebos is a medieval world and knows nothing, supposedly, of anything outside of Rebos itself. The stars are ice crystals. They have two
Well,
gods. The
Binro the Heretic did try.
well, I am going to get to this. Trust me. Yes, and basically, the sun gods and the winter gods, they battle. And because Rebos has an elliptical orbit, they have very long winter times and very long sun times. Oh, ice times and sun times, whatever you want to call them.
But sometimes does ice times happen during sun times?
Funny you should say that, because sun time hasn't happened this time round. Ice time's gone on for about 32 years, I think it was. The Doctor meets up with Garen, bizarrely, who, again, Spanky, was in the original Rebus operation. Not a bad recreation of Garen, I'll be honest with you. And it's It's Garen's fault that this is happening. Rebos is falling apart as a result of there not being any sunlight for Christ knows how long. There is, of course, a rebel army. However, the king isn't an evil brute. It's just that enough is enough, quite frankly. That the next regime will only find exactly the same thing going on. You'd expect. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let Spanky talk about this for a bit, because I have a couple of problems with this one. Please, Spanky.
Well, I want to hear the problems, because I got the first one good, and I kind of like cheesed through this one because I was trying to fit in time to watch the Out of This Universe, and I couldn't do it, so I missed that, but I got this. So
you have a blessing then.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. Occasionally, Auntie will bless you.
It was hard to catch up with some of the stuff. I knew that there was they kept obviously referring to things that had happened previously, and I had to keep up with that. And then it was the whole when he's trying to convince the guy, no, you met me before like 20 years ago, and I came here and I look like this, and no, you're not the same jackass. You had a different coat or something like that. It was like, yeah, no.
I do recommend the Rebus Operation. It's one of the classics.
I'm gonna have to watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch.
We'll have to do the Key to Time season again.
It was the Fourth
I'm down
Doctor,
for that.
right?
I love the Key to Time.
Yeah, that was the Fourth Doctor, right? So I might have seen it. I'll have to watch it again to see if I can remember it.
Well, hang on a second. We're coming to the end of Capaldi's run. We can go straight into the Key to Time.
I'm down with that.
That's cool. Sure.
All right. Anything else? Please feel free.
I'm trying to think of what else there was. No, because it referenced things that were past a lot. I knew that I was missing something to keep up, but I did enjoy the story without spoilers or anything. But it was cool.
Yeah,
it's always funny when I like when that's one of the best things about Doctor Who, because he's a Time Lord and he does these regenerations and travels through time and space. He has these chances that gives the writer of the story a chance to double back on the story, so to speak. It gives you a chance to make circles and stories, and circles and stories are what makes stories work, right? When you can refer to things that happened in the past or somehow bring the beginning of the story full circle with the end of the story, that's the only reason why any story works. So for Doctor Who, these guys, it's sort of like an old pocket watch, right? The whole Doctor Who series is a million little tiny circles, just all, spinning together like that they keep popping back and forth to. They're really, really cool. That's one of the things I love about the Doctor Who series, is that they just get to do so much of that kind of thing that it's fun. And that's why fans love it so much, I think, because there's so much of these little idiosyncratic storylines and details that they can, go, oh, I remember that story and I see how it fit here. You know what I'm saying? It lets their fans just geek the hell out. And for fans, that's important. So, yeah.
Okay. Right, well, I don't want to bring you down.
Sorry, I'm babbling. That was writer babble.
No, that's all right. I don't want to bring you down. However, I had a couple of problems with this story.
Go ahead.
First of all, we referred to Binro the Heretic, who had postulated that the ice crystals in the sky are actually other stars, other suns. He was banished from society. That was a mere 20 or so years back. There's a couple of people in Rebos, and I'm not talking about the king, who have knowledge of certain things they therefore shouldn't have knowledge of. And there's no explanation why. It's as if they'd forgotten. Everyone from the writer to the script editor to the director had forgotten this. And it's a beautiful scene. It really is a beautiful scene. They'd forgotten that and just dropped something in. It jarred, if you know what I mean. The other thing...
I get it, yeah. That would be
You're saying the writer didn't watch our show when we reviewed the Key to Time
Yes,
originally.
exactly.
Apparently
You didn't
not,
watch
right, yeah.
our show.
Apparently.
Yeah. The other thing, I did have a problem with the writing. There was an awful lot of look over there next to the blue tree right in front of the, I know it's very difficult in audio to do that, but that should have been looked at. I'm going to be honest. I'm thinking this thing should have gone for another draft, because on top of that, and Chestnut has finally arrived, my little area of darkness.
All I can see is eyes and a tongue licking his nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. The black cat in the dark room gives you the whole Cheshire
And there's the
cat.
arse.
It's a good thing, yeah. And the occasional cat.
Well, you know, we have to get the OnlyFans plug in.
I know.
Mhm. Keep
The
the
other
OnlyFans
thing
money
I've got
rolling
a
in.
problem with is the ending.
Really?
In fact, endings, I will say, there is one plot twist too many, which is totally unnecessary and has zero bearing on the plot.
Okay. It did get kind of confusing.
There was no need for it at all. It was if, I tell you what, I've got this character and I've got this character, why didn't I link them? There was no need for it. It was just... no. And then there's the foreshadowing of the Catharak Gatri, times champion. The Doctor's feeling a bit off, and he feels there's a change coming. And at the end of the story, that side of the Doctor comes to the fore, much to Mel's disgust. But it's not necessary. It's sledgehammer. And I really think this particular story should have gone through another draft and had the script editor sit down there and look at it. I'm sorry about that, but I really, it should have been really good. Rebus Operation is great, but sometimes going bigger doesn't work. And it doesn't in this case. I've no idea what's happened to poor Brian, but we'll wait and see. Yeah. However, that's not all. Did you see, or indeed receive, the audio book that came with this?
I don't know. There was an audio book?
Yes. It's a bonus
I missed
feature.
it.
It's a bonus feature, which I'm guessing is for download only. It's an audio book of the
there's a PDF document. I didn't catch that. My
No,
bad,
it's
yeah.
not a PDF. It's an actual audio book. It's
Oh,
called
no, then I...
The Haunting of Brick Place.
No, ma'am, I did not get that.
It's narrated by Sophie Aldred, and it's post season 26. Sophie Aldred's an excellent narrator. She really is. It's a lovely story, and it's just that a lovely bonus. And I've got to admit, I enjoyed the audio book more than I enjoyed the actual audio plays. That's not to say they're terrible. They're not. Rebus bugs me because of A, the whole technology thing, and B, the endings were just unnecessary. They really were. It didn't know when to end, and it just... one too many twists. Just, oh, Jesus. And bears nothing on the plot.
I thought it was just trying to set up more stuff. I didn't understand because
Well,
I
it
couldn't
might do.
reference the previous episode. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't have that to link to in my memory.
It
was
might
kind
be.
of confusing for me, and that's why if I would have thought about that at the beginning, I should have done some research and watched the first episode before I watched that.
No, I'm glad you didn't, because I wouldn't have wanted that to ruin the first story. You can come to the first story fresh. I'm going to be honest, you really can. They are two different beasts. The I can't remember what I was going to say now.
Sorry,
Well, there
didn't
we
mean to
go.
sidetrack.
And that was Doctor Who. Yeah. Is it worth buying?
Now I want the audiobook, damn it. Yeah.
It's
wonder
on
if it's on
the app.
Audible. Is it?
Yeah.
They have an app?
Yes.
Oh, I don't have their app, but I'll check the...
Yeah, there's a slight
I'll
problem
check,
there.
what do you call it?
I can't give you access to the actual review
that's
account.
okay.
I'm
So
sorry.
I did notice that they have Big Finish stuff on Audible from Amazon.
There's
also on
also a whole load of free ones on Spotify.
Yeah, I didn't check Spotify, but I'll look on Spotify too.
Please,
because
there's so
sometimes
many.
there are things free on both of them.
The
and
very
I'll
early
look to see
ones,
if I have
but-
any access to them. Yeah.
What the hell? Why not? Ah, dear. No Serenity this week. We've still no idea if we're having a holiday next Sunday or not. We haven't had a reply yet from the boys. We'll wait and see.
I'm okay with it. Or not. It's up to y'all. I'm down. I'm easy.
Another week
Look up
of
to Brian.
indecision.
I don't know. Brian, you want to take a week off, man? Let's finish it now. Let's decide now. Since
We're still gonna have 3 episodes of Out of the Unknown to do.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Might
but
as
look
well.
at it this way. If we take a holiday, that means Sinister has 3 episodes of Out of the Unknown still to
Exactly.
watch.
Yeah.
We can spread the pain.
We inflict the same amount of damage on him as us, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So we're all suffering the
Plus,
same.
we have a week off to gird our loins.
There's a slight flaw in your plan.
Please, yes.
I don't know whether you've observed this. I haven't been watching Out of the Unknown.
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah,
I was
you've been a lucky one.
Actually, Spanky, before we go on,
Mhm.
according to my version of the script,
Mhm.
You need to storm out now.
It's
It is
turn.
your turn.
It's my turn.
It's
you,
your turn. Go.
You bastard!
Oh no, we've
Oh,
lost Spanky.
oh God, no!
Oh my God, what are we going to do?
Whatever are we going to do?
What did you say to make him storm out that way?
I don't know.
I just said, oh, all right.
Dear, we're not up to the mischief theatre standards. Come back, Spanky. Well, let's forgive.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I have a 14-year-old dog with a 15-year-old bladder that really needed to go out.
Fair enough. And if Tormund's down there tormenting him.
Tormund actually got up. I never saw him leave, but okay, fine.
Fair enough.
Now I know why the dog woke up.
Fair enough. Yeah, so, no Serenity. Like I say, we're having a holiday next week then. So it's just another evening I'm going to have to try and fill the void.
It's called City of Heroes. We can beat things
We can
up.
do City Heroes. Yes, you got a day off tomorrow, haven't you? July the 4th?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
I
wonderful.
can COH tomorrow.
Bardtail Delight, good evening. How lovely to read you.
Hello, Bardtail Delight. You've joined us.
Bardtail Delight.
Opportune moment. It's
Afternoon.
the traditional walking out.
Yes,
moment.
we're waiting for Spanky to come back. In all humility. Oh, here we go.
He's back.
And he's muted.
You're on mute.
Yeah, you're on mute.
Right. My script says storm out for a short period of time /
Yeah.
a little while. I'm not sure what that means in future story in time, so I gazed about a minute.
Okay. Did
Yeah.
it also give you the stage instruction to mute your microphone?
Yes,
Okay,
I did that
good.
faithfully,
Lovely.
as usual.
Righty-ho, that's nice.
We've got
So,
someone in chat.
I know. yes. 2
It
minutes
also
later,
said smoke furiously.
I've already
Oh,
said
and then
hello.
it
And
instructed me after that to show you zingers and then eat them later. So
what was
the
please
zingers.
Tell me, what was zingers?
zingers is a little bit like a Twinkie, but with some icing on top.
Oh my God, luxury.
Yeah. They're like
Zingers.
Twinkie Plus.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like Twinkie Plus, basically.
I wonder if
glorious.
they're more open to sponsoring people.
They're also Hostess.
Oh, then in that
Yeah.
case, they're not.
They've got pretty much the market cornered on,
We can try Jack Links.
on things that spooge in your mouth when you bite into them as a snack
Spooge
food.
in
Like,
your
that's their thing, right? Like, that's their thing. You bite in and it spooges.
I think I know why they're not sponsoring us.
I'm getting
I
that
may have
feeling
just
coming
squirreled
over.
our Hostess sponsorship deal right there. My bad.
Oh, very dear.
We could always try Jack Links. I mean,
Yeah,
they might go for that.
they'd probably go for that.
Dr. Squatch.
What about Mr. Kipling? We're a fine, upstanding show.
Mr. Kipling's French Fancies.
Procter and Gamble, eh? Our French fancies are nice. Again, I'm reading chat. Procter and Gamble.
What are French fancies?
I thought Procter & Gamble made cleaning products.
They do everything. They
they
got
do
fingers
amongst other
everywhere.
things, yeah.
One,
They're
of
one of those
those,
multi.
one of those huge corporations that you don't
Big
hear
umbrella.
much about.
Is it like the Blue Sun Corporation?
Yes,
Yes.
A little
essentially.
bit, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to move on now.
Wait, they haven't come up with Fruity Oaty bars though.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yet. Which makes
Just
them-
remember, it's not mandatory that you eat them.
That's true.
It's not
Or watch
mandatory.
their adverts. Now then, we're moving on. I'm sorry. Right, hands up who watched Out of the Unknown. Right then. That means we've actually got to cover the damn thing.
Only cover half of it because I zoned out on it. I was doing things in Foundry.
No, I do not blame you in the slightest. This was dull as dishwater.
What the actual F, man?
Basically, a scientist who wants funding for his body swap machine kidnaps and swaps bodies with the guy responsible for the funding, only to find out by living this guy's life for a couple of days what a complete and utter bastard he is. In the meantime, his wife, who was very much in on this, starts to fall for the other guy who's in the husband's body. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
that's about the point I tuned out the entire show.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I was done.
Yeah. So moving on.
It's
We've
almost
got
as
three
bad
left.
as last week's. Almost.
No,
Not
I
quite.
thought it was better than last week's.
Oh, it
It was
it's
still
not
dull,
quite up to the
but-
horribleness of last week's standards.
Oh, mind you, I never watched last week's.
Oh,
just remembered.
you need to watch that steaming pile of crap.
Ooh, righty-ho. I need to watch Star Trek, actually, because I'm
Oh, yeah, I
only
got
just
that to
avoiding
watch.
spoilers, so
I need to watch that in this week's Orville.
I'm going to
Still.
do that afterwards. Yes, and...
I watched The Batman today.
Oh, did you?
How did you find it?
Interesting.
It was
Um,
there under the other CDs.
The new one, eh?
Who's seen it here and who hasn't seen it here?
I've
I've
seen
seen
about
it,
a
yeah.
quarter of it because I got bored shitless.
I really liked it. I like the fact that it wasn't just punching people in the face for 2 and
Right.
3 hours, and it was more detectoring.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Those are all the reasons I liked it.
Mhm.
I mean, I have absolutely no reason why I should enjoy it.
I'm sorry, but why didn't you wash before coming on?
I'm sorry. It's my day off.
Oh, dear bod. Disgusting.
Which logo is that?
That's a
question.
custom one.
Okay,
That
right.
was a good question, see? That
Yeah,
wouldn't have struck me.
I also liked the Batmobile. It was kind of down to earth.
Yeah.
It was,
A bit
you
more,
know,
yeah.
just basically a car with armor plating bolted onto it and a fucking engine at the back. A
And
rocket
an
engine.
engine that would propel you to Mars.
That would do craziness, right?
We have
Yeah,
a message.
I really liked it. My wife, Mrs. S, liked it too.
I liked how it had the whole psychological element to it.
Yeah.
Too. I was upset that
And
Bruce's mother was an Arkham and not a Kane.
Yeah,
that
was
that
something
really pissed me off. But
Yeah.
that's the only
I
part.
was, so I'm not as well versed in the law, but when they said her name was Arkham, I was like, ooh, really? Okay.
Ah, bless you.
Unfortunate retconning.
2 things here.
we have
Firstly-
a special mention first, though.
Yes,
I think-
well, a couple of things. I didn't get a chance to do this. Bard has just Googled this. Hostess owns Little Debbie. Hostage, I
Right.
don't know. And they are, of course, owned by Hackman Capital Acquisitions,
course they are.
LLC, as of 2016. And Bard has also subscribed for 2 months. Thank you
Oh.
very much. Oh, and Wub Wub. Not Jub Jub.
So-
Wub Wub.
I've got 2 things. Firstly,
Yes.
I didn't realise that was Colin Farrell.
Right?
What are we talking about again? I forgot what we're
Right?
talking about.
Colin Farrell was
Oh, right, okay.
the Penguin.
Right, okay. Right, okay.
And I mean, they could literally have had
Riddler,
anybody
right?
underneath that, right? I mean, I think, to be honest with you, the fact that he was totally unrecognizable, I think they should get their money back. Secondly, it occurred to me, Batman goes to visit the Riddler in Arkham. If Batman in real life walked into Arkham Asylum, he'd be fucking locked up immediately.
He would never get out. No.
Well, that's always been the thing, though,
Absolutely
in
not.
the comic books as well. You know, the police eventually always would give him access. You know, if there was a problem, he'd say, "Give me 5 minutes," and go in on his own.
What
Didn't
I
always
did-
work
what I
out.
did- Actually, what I did like about this version of Batman is that he is tolerated by the police and not himself a fugitive, which I felt was more like the Adam West Batman, where he's, you know, buddy buddy.
Commissioner-
This all goes back to the question of, is Batman sane? And legally, yes, he is sane. He does know the definition between right and wrong.
Yep, but it's
So
a very
that's the
extreme
legal
definition.
definition of sanity.
But
And he
actually, technically, he's not, though, because he's compulsively driven to do these actions, so he can't control himself. He can't stop. So
Exactly.
technically,
But he
he's-
does
he's
know that
insane,
certain
but-
actions that he does are wrong.
He doesn't kill anybody, does he? In this one,
No.
No.
not directly, anyway.
They used to.
Just like in the other ones. Well, when Batman started off, he actually carried a pistol and would shoot
That's
people.
what I'm referring
Yep.
to. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking
He
of one of the-
he hung a guy from the Batplane once.
Yeah.
Back in the
isn't-
old one.
in one of the films.
What a hero.
doesn't the Bat-
Sinister's frozen.
Mr. Froze.
Sinister's frozen. Oh God, what's happened?
Oh,
The simulation.
it's a simulation breaking
Section
down.
of the
Oh my
Matrix
God,
is
no.
rebooting.
Veritas.
Oh dear
Veritas.
God.
Veritas.
Sinister, you just did a thing again.
Yeah, I think my router needs resetting.
Oh. That scared us. We thought the simulation had broken down.
That was a thing.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember the
That was
old
a moment.
RKO serials with Batman. They had him with the pistol,
Yep.
and he would
Yep.
shoot people and stuff. There's another one with Captain Marvel, you know, Shazam, where he grabs a machine gun and he just kills 40 turban-wearing individuals with shoe polish on their face and
Yeah.
just guns them down. And he's got this vicious look of, yeah, that.
Die,
and he's like
hideous
crazy
creature,
grinning while
die.
he's doing it. And it's just like,
And he's
wow.
the big red cheese. And
Yeah, right.
that's
Die, you
just-
non-white individual terrorist things because you're not American. Boom, 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 boom. You know, and it's okay. And it was just like this weird, jingoistic, psychotic. Like you could get away with that in the 30s and 40s, I suppose, but not anymore, buddy. Just
Right.
whoa, take a step
Another
back. It was
comment
nuts.
from Bardtail. Batman is complicated, but in the
Yes.
same sense, Joker is his polar opposite. At least that's the dynamic of Batman for the past 30 years.
They need to actually give the Joker a huge rest.
Yeah, they've been working him over a lot.
He's been way.
Because there isn't there
way
a
too
sequel
much
to
things.
Joker now, the last movie. There's going to be a sequel
God,
to
I
Harley
freaking
Quinn
hope
I
not.
hope
as
not.
well. I mean,
Can I just go on record and say I hate that movie?
I didn't like
Okay.
it either. Yeah,
I absolutely
you.
hate
Yeah.
that movie.
I didn't
Why?
like
It
it.
just does not appeal to me on any sense of
Yeah.
being.
I was disappointed with it.
oh, it's a bit sort of down, really. Anyway, that was that review of The Unknown.
That's okay. Tonight I'm watching The 13th Floor. That should be
Bingo,
fun for my
right.
sanity.
Right, okay,
It's on
so
HBO Max.
coming up, I need to check something. Hang on, is he there? Yep, there he is. There's Dr. Sinister. Hello. Will you be here for Two Found Dinosaurs next week?
No, I'm going away Friday, coming home Monday night.
Right. My God, my life's going to be empty.
The whole weekend.
Yeah.
So COH all weekend, baby.
No, because we have the RPG
Oh, are we
next
playing this
weekend,
weekend?
next
Yeah.
Saturday.
That's right. Playing this coming Saturday.
Yeah.
Which means, sorry, Brian,
I'll
you are
stream
going to
that.
have to come up with something.
Fuck you.
Well, that's the final end of the Star Wars campaign.
I'm gonna make you guys die.
I'm down. I
Fair
thought
enough.
he would just kill us after the last one, right?
Again,
Die, you
Bardtail.
scum.
Personally, I think DC could build up their movie franchise if they would delve into the Injustice universe. Ooh,
Yeah, but
interesting.
Injustice is one of those franchises that's just a little bit too left of center.
Do you think it
They
might
did
be
do the
too-
cartoon.
Too deep lore-wise for the average. Because the good
It's-
thing about the Marvel films is they introduce the characters and the lore slowly trickled
It
in.
is deep lore wise, but it's also it changes things significantly. I mean, Green Lantern becomes a Sinestro Corps.
Yep. So does Sinister.
other things,
So
yeah.
does Sinister. So does Superman.
Superman becomes totally evil.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman joins him in on
Yeah.
that.
Well, she eggs him on.
Batman's running the resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of people are dying. Lots of people are getting killed.
It's a
Lots
hell
of
of a lot
people
of
are
fan
doing the
service.
killings.
It's
Doing the
it's
killing,
fan
yeah.
wank of a but very good fan wank.
But
It
they've been
was
alluding to it
originally
in the DC
designed as a
movie so
verse
far.
video game.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
video game, right?
And then it came out with I think there were 3 or 4 volumes of comics
I think
for
you're
this.
right, yes.
They came out with a 1-year series, right?
They did
Then they
3 or
put
4.
more chapters on it, right? Well,
Yeah.
now they're up to 5, I think, series, 5 or 6.
I think they
series.
finally ended it.
I think they did it. I think
Yeah.
it's 5 series, if I remember right. Yeah.
And that was just there's a lot you can do with it. I mean, they had a fantastic interaction between Harley Quinn and Green Arrow, where she's like, Arrow Cave is kind of dumb. Arrows don't live in caves. Bats live in caves, so Bat Cave works. Why don't you just call it the Quiver? And he's like, that is actually better. And there's an interaction between her and Black Canary where she finds out that Black Canary's pregnant.
Yes.
So she's like, "Don't worry, we're not fighting anymore. We're done."
Yep. It does show different side to Harley Quinn. Okay.
Well, it also shows her daughter,
yeah.
the Joker's
moving
daughter.
on. Moving on.
Moving on.
We're moving
Are
on.
you sure?
Yeah.
You want
I'm
to keep
sure.
talking about it?
No.
We could go into MCU version.
No. You
sure?
No. Yes. So next Saturday, 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Eastern, I believe. We have the RPG, which hopefully Brian will stream.
Yes,
No, we've no idea.
maybe.
But that's it. We're having a week off. That's going to be nice. It's going to be dull. Oh, quick review. I received the 2 latest Hachette Press Marvel hardbacks. Immortal Hulk and X-Men Red, second volume sort of thing. Oh, God, Immortal Hulk is brilliant. Jesus.
yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
that's just not all they're going to print. I hope we're going to get the full story. I know where it
Yeah.
goes thanks to Comic
Green Gorsling
Explained.
and all that. Yeah.
But, I mean, don't
Yeah.
just leave it there, guys. Don't. Please.
No, they're going to put out a full-on press of Al Ewing's Immortal Hulk.
Well,
Yeah.
no.
There's
These
too
are
much of Banner Structure
these are a
Psyche
part
to
work.
explore.
Which I've been getting for years. And there's only supposed to be 100 of them. We're now heading towards 300. And I'm probably going to have to live in my garden because I just don't have the room anymore. On top of that, I'm getting a Series 10 control room, TARDIS control room, and I don't know where I'm going to put it. Actually, I do. I've got a fairly good idea where it's going to go. Depends how big it actually turns out to be. Because there will be photos. The
A
center
good
column
coffee
lights up.
table.
Center column lights up. No, it wouldn't, unfortunately.
now?
It's character
cool.
option scale. It's too small for any practical purpose, except to look lovely and mine. Oh, dear. So in 2
The
weeks'
life
time...
of a collector.
I would
In
love to
2 weeks'
redo
time,
Logo.
for
I
the
might
Flashing
have to do
Blade,
that.
in fact, in 2 weeks' time, Two Fan Dinosaurs is back with the Hungry Earth. That's the Friday night. The Sunday night, the Blade's back, and we will be looking at... Is it Pyramid at the End of the World? Something like that.
Probably. Something.
Yeah, that's the Doctor Who story. We'll have 2 lots of Big Finish to choose from. We may do both, where Spanky listens to one and I listen to the other. And then there will be an Out of the Unknown, I'm terribly sorry. And obviously Serenity. This means I get to make Adam watch Out of the Unknown.
What was
Adam's
the
going
thought?
to be guessing. That's why we're delaying the whole Serenity thing, because Adam wanted in to talk about it.
Cool.
So, yeah. It's going to be very dull.
My dog.
Yeah, so that's it. That's it. We've done the show. Apparently. There's no extra pages been added, have there?
There were, but I threw them out.
Okay, fair enough. So that's the joy
Hi,
of
Ralph.
Google Docs.
Were
Everyone
they the
can
pink?
edit. Eh?
Were they the pink pages you threw out?
I threw away the pink ones. Well, 3 pink ones, 2 blue ones, an orange one, and one with like gray and white stripes. I don't know if that one just got something spilled on it or something, but I said, what the hell?
Fair enough.
Okay. So say goodbye, boys. Enjoy
Bye,
your
Paul.
holiday.
Goodbye, boys. Enjoy your
Goodbye,
Especially
boys.
Sinister,
Enjoy
'cause
your
you're
holiday.
actually having a holiday. Night night.
We have a lovely holiday.